one more thing in the story of my life is that when they get to the spiritual aspect, I find one of the most powerful things is the story of Jesus' suffering and crucifixion and resurrection. And I'm going to tell you a story which I can rarely tell without choking up. That's a vivid example of this. I don't just teach them these truths. I ask God very prayerfully to help me discern even just a phrase in the scriptures at a particular point in their work. And I say, go home and look this phrase up and think and pray and journal with this for all the week and come back and see me. Let's see what God said. I had a woman years ago that I saw who had been raped most of her life. And she had many occasions growing up as an adolescent. She lived in a rural area where the boys, including her cousins, would drag her out to a barn, strip her naked, put her in the middle, and stand as a circle, and then gang rape her. We got to this point late in therapy, and she was wrestling with who God was and what he allowed and why. And I gave her the reference, which I can't think of at the moment, where it says, they took his clothes. And I said, go home and read this verse, and let's see what happens. She came to her session the next week. My couch is here, and the door into my office is here. And I came through the door, and she came through the door. I hadn't even shut the door. And she said, Diane, they took his clothes. They took his clothes. I never saw it before. They took his clothes. He knows. And that's where her reconnection to God came. I'd seen her for 3 years before that happened. But she loves Jesus.